What's up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and we need to get into a little reaction, okay? So they dropped the trailer for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 6, and we got to talk about it. We just got to talk about it. I've only seen the trailer once. Okay, but I know I missed some things because people were talking about things on Twitter where I was like, wait, that happened? Where did you see that? So we definitely have to get into that, as well as I want to talk about the summaries of what we should expect from each lady throughout the season. I also got some other clips that I found online, how we got a new intros for the women, as well as we got a little bit of tea of what to expect from Meredith, Lisa, and Brittany, because they were at that DirecTV event that was held in New York this past week. Okay, so let's get into it. All right. All right, y'all. So let me pull the video up on my phone and then we can get into it. Okay. Here we go.
In a house ruled by image, truth is the only scandal.
Stop with your lies.
I have no secrets.
Say it one more time. I'm gonna lose my mind.
So first, the SLC girls love to dress up. Like, we have them in the founding fathers get up. Then we also have them dressed like Mary Magdalene with the hair wraps and stuff. Then we have them at the Halloween parties. They love them a cute outfit, or I think they weren't even dressed like Mary Magdalene. I think they were dressed like muses. Because like I told you guys, I've already seen the trailer once, but it looked like they were putting on a play of some sort. But I was like, okay. But I wonder who Mary is talking to, because she was like, I'm going to lose my mind. And she was like, she looked irritated. So I wonder who that energy was towards.
Gossip grows like
And it's also a good thing they're finally going to
We all
Greece.
need to own things.
Because we know
Tell me the
Angie
truth.
probably been wanting to go there for a hot minute.
Everyone wore guilt in their eyes.
We have to be honest about this.
Just tell her. I'm afraid.
What is Meredith afraid of?
This season on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
It's a week to be great. Go, go. It's all about forward momentum at this point.
I'm gonna pee. Good thing we're incognito.
Ladies, we're going to get you nice and wet and get you in the water.
The other way around.
Yeah, the other way around.
Wow.
How's Robert in here doing?
He's doing as well as he can be doing. Like, some days he's good, some days he's not.
You know, it's his journey, and I know God will work it out.
God's gonna give you guys what you need.
I feel
See, I have like this weird relationship with Mary and her being a pastor, and people coming out, speaking out against like her and the church and the congregation. And sometimes I know in the beginning, I didn't really believe Mary when she talked about God. But after last season, I do feel like she does have a strong faith. Now, I don't know what they be doing over at their church, but I do believe she has strong faith. I've told y'all last season, the three ladies that grew on me the most was Mary, Angie, and Lisa. Like, I watched seasons 1 and 2, and part of season 3, I was like in and out. And I was kind of in and out on season 2, but I really wasn't like invested in anybody. I just wanted to see if Jen Shaw was going to jail. And then like season 4 rolled around, and I wanted to see like what was the big scandal. So I started looking at clips, and then I had a chance to actually like go back because I had Peacock, and I mean I still got Peacock, and I went back and watched the whole entire season to get prepared for the actual reunion. And I was like, okay, season 5, I'm gonna be locked in. I'm gonna give these women an actual like chance, and I'm glad I did. And it really opened me up to where I was like, okay, out of this entire cast, the 3 that I like the most are Lisa, Angie, and Mary. It's something about Lisa and Mary that feels like they are authentically being themselves on this show. Like, as self-absorbed, the lack of like self-awareness Lisa has, I believe that is Lisa. That's Baby Gorgeous. That's Miss Barlow, okay? And I think the way that Mary reacts to things and she says what she says, I believe that is actually Mary. Now, Angie, I feel like she puts on for the cameras, but like when she reads and when she want to go there with you, she go there. And I enjoy it, okay? So let's continue on.
Like we're on different pages.
Who's the water sign?
My husband.
Why do you feel like you're just rebuilding trust?
I don't
Girl,
know.
did John cheat on Lisa? John, you know I like you, John. Don't be cheating on Lisa. Don't cheat on the Barlow, on Baby Gorgeous. Because she breaking down in his tarot reading.
Why would she say, don't tell John I borrowed the money?
Is this the mystery man that Andrew talks about?
Yeah.
You were trying to make sure I wasn't having sex, and guess what? I had a baby by myself.
You know how miserable I was trying to hide it?
I will give Bronwyn this. She is giving us a lot about her family, and it does not look like her mom is remorseful for the way that she treated her when she got pregnant while she was in college. Because for her to say, do you know how hard it was or how difficult it was to hide that you was pregnant? That lady not changing her ways. Bronwyn, you might just need to leave your mama where she at.
Mom is disappointed in me. She's made that very clear. You know how I feel about when people misunderstand me. I shouldn't have to feel misunderstood with you too.
Girl, Todd and Bronwyn having issues. I really don't think Todd want to be on this show. I don't like he seems so miserable, but also I feel like this is Bronwyn. Like Bronwyn wants to be famous to a certain extent. Like someone said, people who have wealth but they still want to be on reality TV is because there's a part of them that wants the fame that is associated with the type of wealth that they have. And I think that's what Bronwyn wants. But I hope she understands that she might be setting herself up for failure, because Todd don't seem like he want to do this. And it seems like she is going the extra mile to like lay everything out on the line. And I don't know if that's a good thing. Because I do understand her saying she hates being misunderstood and she hates feeling misunderstood with Todd. But last year proved that, girl, you and Todd are not as close or as tight as the way I think you want people to perceive you to be. Because why is this something that y'all have not worked on? Y'all were married. I think last year y'all celebrated your 8 or maybe 9-year anniversary. Maybe we need to go to couples counseling if this is how you feel on a consistent basis with this man.
Saw something today about a mistress.
What if I'm wrong? And I'm going to look like a fool and he's
touching
me.
There's things out there about bankruptcy and shoplifting.
You questioned every single...
Girl, Lisa and Angie are back at it again.
Shut your mouth. I'm not going to shut my mouth. I'm going to come over there and pull your ears further back than they've been pulled by your facelift. I don't have a facelift, but I have 12 threads on
People
each
were
side.
wondering what threads are. It's like... it's how they sew back, like how they do your facelift. Like some people get like, I think threads are smaller. Like doing threading is smaller than an actual facelift. But you know what? Like I said, when Angie want to read, she'll read. Cause I was like, oh, and Lisa being like, girl, I had 3 threads. I didn't get a facelift. I think a threads is like a step below a facelift. Okay, but let's continue.
You're supposed to be my sister.
I am your sister.
You know you're not. Find another one.
Not
Okay?
Mary and Angie beefing. Hey, look, Angie, you do not want to fall out with Mary. Because the way that a lot of people in the fandom love them some Mary Cosby, girl, you gonna get ate up. But I wonder what Mary is mad about. For her to be like, we're supposed to be sisters. And Angie being like, I am your sister. And Mary saying, girl, no, you're not. Find another one. Like, did you cross her? What you do, Angie? What did you do?
Behold the Sisters of Salt, a Greek tragedy.
When somebody shows you who they are, you deal with them accordingly.
The rumors hang above them like smoke.
You should really go to school.
You should go to work and pay those lawsuits off. It's what you should do.
You gout dick sucker.
Lisa, okay, this, I did not see this. Okay, let me explain. Like I told y'all, this is my second time watching the reaction. When everybody was online saying, did Lisa really call Bronwyn a gout dick sucker? I said, no, she just called her a dick sucker. And so, like, I had to go back and hearing it again. It's like, Lisa, see... Lisa said, oh girl, what you not about to do is play in my face, Bronwyn. This is my house. I've been on this show since season 1. And I know Bronwyn probably got in the car and cried. I know she cried. Because the way Lisa said, you gout dick sucker. She meant that. Oh, this season gonna be nasty work and I love it. Okay.
Paranoia bloomed like a bruise.
You're the one that did it.
How do you think that makes me feel?
Walk the
Girl, not Lisa and Heather getting into it. And you know how Heather wanted to be Lisa's best friend? Ooh.
away. Maybe it was all of them. Maybe it was none.
You've never done anything to them.
Well, Lisa crying again,
Can I have
walking
the
away.
crazy pill that y'all took?
Apparently, you're already taking it.
Yep.
Y'all, September the 16th. I feel like this season is going to be so good. It's going to be so good, okay? So like I said, I am excited for season 6 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I feel like this season is going to outdo season 5. I really enjoyed season 5. The only thing that sucked was the reunion. It was very mid, and I was disappointed that we had such a lackluster reunion, but we had such a great season. So I'm hoping they get it right this time and the reunion is really good, because come on, y'all could have had like a 10 out of 10 season 5 and y'all made it a 90. It was a 9 out of 10 and I was like, dang, the reunion wasn't it, okay? So before we get into the summaries of what to expect from each woman or each cast member, I want to talk about these 2 clips that I've had. The first one is US Weekly talking to Lisa, Meredith, and Brittany. There was a DirecTV event, and shouts out to the Brooke Ashley because she was there. And she got to speak to Lisa and all of that stuff. But pretty much US Weekly ended up asking all 3 of them what to expect for the season. And I want to play that clip for you guys. Okay, so let me pull it up.
Well, I heard Meredith say recently that there's a lot of lies this season, maybe about her.
There's lies, and then like a lot of turning nothings into somethings to create problems. And like the motive, there's got to be one. Attention and jealousy.
Trust the most would be Lisa, and the least, I mean, it's kind of the shitney duo. It's a tie.
Would you describe what we're going to see next season?
Oh, I would say expect the unexpected. Because honestly, like, we found ourselves in situations that I wouldn't have dreamed in like a fever dream.
Next season's crazy. It was, the second half was a little tough for me. It was a lot of just a lot more lies, like people trying to stir up trouble for me for no reason. It's not like I haven't talked about my life. It's not like I'm hiding things. Like, there's nothing to delve into, but they seem to want to create things to delve into. So I love it.
Unique, complicated, disruptive.
So let's decipher what the ladies are saying. So you have Lisa saying a lot of people are turning some things into nothings and they're seeking validation, and it has to be jealousy. She's also saying that, this season is supposed to be complicated, unique, and disruptive, which I feel like are those are pointed descriptive words. So I'm wondering, how is this season unique from any other season that they've had for Salt Lake City? How is it complicated? And how is this disruptive? Okay, who's doing the disrupting? All right. But it just lets me know after watching the trailer that Lisa is going to be the center of the drama again. And one thing I will give Lisa is the girls stay coming at her, and baby gorgeous don't fumble. She don't falter. Okay. She stick with it. Then we have Meredith pretty much saying the person that she trusts the most is Lisa, and the one that the 2 or the people that she doesn't trust is the shitney, which is supposed to be Whitney and Brittany. Okay, because we gonna get into when we get into their summaries, because I talked about this in the drama video where it was going around saying that Meredith and Brittany got into a real bad, and Meredith might have put hands on Brittany, but Meredith and Seth came out and debunked that. But Meredith never refuted the fact that she don't see it for Brittany. And she letting it be known she don't like Whitney, nor does she see it for Brittany. And then we have Brittany saying there were a lot of situations that made her it was out of the norm for her. And she basically said, girl, I couldn't even dream this up if I was having a fever dream. So I'm excited. I'm totally excited. So the second video I want to play for you guys is the new cue cards. And what I mean by that is, y'all know in the episodes when we're about to go into somebody's segment in the episode, you have them in their outfits and then the family in the background. Well, girl, we get new ones, and they haven't had new cue cards since season 1. The only person that got a new one technically was Bronwyn, but everyone else has had the same. So let me play that video for you guys.
You question everything I have.
And one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Can I have the crazy pill that y'all took?
I'm gonna pull your ears further back than they've been pulled by your facelift.
Walk the away.
When somebody shows you who they are, you deal with them accordingly.
What if I'm wrong and I'm gonna look like a fool and he humiliates me?
Let's get into these looks. So first up was Lisa. I actually like this white ensemble, but I need Lisa to switch up her like aesthetic when it comes to dresses. She always giving you a mean tube top, but this gives elevated, okay? And I like the white on her. Then we have Mary giving us pastoral chic, and this is cute. The pattern on the dress looks so good on Mary, and I love the updo. And then we have Angie. I don't like the choker, but I do like the dress though. I don't like the choker, but I like the dress, and I wish her hair was different. Low-key, I wish Lisa's hair was different, because she always want to give us a mean, like, you know, middle part with bone straight hair. Girl, put some curls in it. So we have Heather. I hate this dress. I hate this. Heather has lost weight. I don't care how she lost weight through Ozempic, whatever. But I feel like she has yet to know how to like dress her body, because she does have a nice body. And I just like this does nothing for her figure. It's just a fabric. Come on, Heather. Meredith love her a mean blazer dress. Cause what is this, Meredith? She love a mean blazer dress. We have Bronwyn. I think Bronwyn looks really pretty with short hair. Like, some people like with short hair, or women with like fades or bald, it just works for them. And I think short hair looks the best on Bronwyn. I've seen pictures of her with long hair, and I'm like, it's cute, but it doesn't give you the edge that I think Bronwyn is looking for when she's always wearing those different couture outfits and stuff. The short hair really eats for her. I think I like this dress. I like more the appliques of like the 3D things. I think that's nice. And then we have Whitney. Whitney in this orange hair. Honestly, y'all, they said she looked like Robin Dixon, and I'm not gonna lie. For a minute, I said her and Robin could be cousins. Y'all remember when Robin had red hair? I kind of like this dress. I do kind of like this dress. One thing I will say is, watching the trailer, we did not get that much of Whitney, and I was okay with it, okay? I am not a Whitney fan, right? But, like, I noticed watching the trailer for the second time with y'all, I was like, Whitney did not get a lot of screen time that I feel like she got last season. And I wonder what that might be saying about her placement in the show. Because even in this little 30-second clip that I played for you guys, Whitney was in it, but they were constantly doing like transition shots with her. Whereas everybody else, I feel like they held the camera on them longer, because it took me a minute to actually get a screenshot. Like, each screenshot I had was of the transition, and you couldn't see her outfit. So I don't know. Whitney, are you in the hot seat? Because we know how production be doing people. What you do, Whitney? You did something. I'm playing. We don't know. But let's get into the summaries. All right, y'all. So first up is Miss Lisa, okay? So I'm getting this information from the Real Housewives of SLC. It is a page on Twitter, but I'm glad they put everything together. So let's get into it. So it says this: Lisa Barlow finds herself in hot water when she lands in the middle of group gossip. Her friendships are put to the test over swirling rumors, leaked information, and even her hair products. After insightful psychic reading illuminates cracks in Lisa's and John's marriage, the couple is forced to confront communication issues. Girl, what issues do y'all got? What is up with you and John? Because I will say, I feel like John be riding hard for Lisa. Like, when he shoved Justin last season, John was ready to get what's up about his lady. So I wonder what their issues are, okay? Next, let's talk about Mary. It says, after a years-long renovations at her church, Mary Cosby returns to her place of worship and invites the women to her service, followed by celebrations over a bottle of champagne at I think it's Valters. At home, Mary remains committed to supporting her son, Robert Jr.'s sobriety and navigates life after the passing of her estranged mother. Mary and Angie's friendship is tested more than ever before when some of Angie's tendencies rub Mary the wrong way. What are Angie's tendencies? What does Angie be doing? Well, I mean, I can see Angie getting annoying. Because there is a tinge of like, I don't think it's desperation, but like I said, I feel like Angie puts on, and I can see Mary having conversations with Angie where she's like, you don't have to always be extra, or you don't have to like do the most. You can just be yourself and people will like you. And that start to piss Mary off because she's like, we're one way with me and you're a different way when we're with the group. But I'm really interested to see like what tendencies does Angie have that's rubbing, Mary the wrong way. Why don't we get into Angie? So let's read Angie. It says, Angie Cavanosas wants to honor her family's heritage by pursuing her Greek citizenship, but is hurt that her daughter doesn't share the same enthusiasm. Okay. Well, we'll have to see, because I would think if y'all didn't take her to like Greece as a child, but no, because there has to be, because my family is born and raised in America, slavery, all right? Both sides of my family come from South Carolina, just different parts. So I know about my history because, my family kept it like, we was gonna know. I have like multiple like family trees that people have created that I have saved pictures of, that I've seen my ancestors. But it's kind of crazy because it does seem like Angie is so like Greek this, Greek that. And last season, Greek, So to see her, or to hear, because we haven't seen it yet, but to hear that her daughter doesn't have the same enthusiasm, I wonder where that disconnect is. Like, I wonder. And also, she's a teenager. Maybe that's just something that's not important to her now, but when she becomes an adult, it becomes important to her. Continuing on with Angie's summary, it says this. When Angie discovers that her beauty license has expired, she heads to Lunatic Fringe, which I think might be a beauty school out in Utah. It says, to refresh her skills and practice on her friends. Her sharp tongue and cutting shade lands her in hot water with Mary and strains her friendship with Lisa potentially beyond repair. So I wonder if Mary is rubbed the wrong way by Angie's behavior, depending on who she's like, who her mouth is towards. And what I mean by that is like, who is she beefing with? Is she beefing with Meredith? Because I feel like that's the only time I could see Mary really having an issue with Angie, because at the reunion, Mary told Angie she needed to make it right with Meredith because she loved Meredith. So I'm wondering if Angie and Meredith are going to get into it, but it doesn't seem like they're really beefing in the trailer. It seems like Lisa and Angie gonna be getting into it, and I don't see Mary really sticking up for Lisa. I would be really surprised if she does. That would be interesting to me. Okay, so let's talk about Heather. It says this. It says Heather Gay embraces her next chapter as an empty nester while her youngest daughter prepares to move out of the house. She prioritizes herself and reevaluates what she wants for her future, starting with a home renovation to transform her bedroom into a love den. In the group, her friendship with Whitney is stronger as ever, but a rift with Lisa continues to grow. This kind of makes me feel like Heather ain't got much going on. Okay. Because you're doing a renovation. Okay. I am surprised that like she's switching up on Lisa, because you could tell that Heather wanted to be Lisa's best friend, her only friend last season. So for her to now be all team Whitney and there's a rift growing between her and Lisa, that's kind of, well, I won't say crazy, but it's surprising. But then again, Heather has always given me that she wanted to take Lisa's position. Like, y'all know, we've all seen movies where it's like the unpopular girl becomes popular and eventually she stops wanting to be the popular girl's friend and she wants to start taking her spot. We've all seen Mean Girls. It's kind of giving that. It's kind of giving that Heather wants to take Lisa's spot, if you ask me. But let's move on. So let's talk about Meredith. It says the resident queen of diamonds and pearls, Meredith Marks, wants to transform her Park City store into a caviar lounge. She enlists the help of her husband Seth as the official advisor, but his assistance turns out to be more of a headache than she bargained for. Her standing within the circle grows increasingly uncertain, culminating in a final dinner that plays like a Greek tragedy. So I wonder what happens, because I've seen several interviews of Meredith, and Meredith is letting it be known that she, again, does not see it for Brittany or Whitney. And I wonder if what we saw in the trailer when she was like, I'm scared, and you hear Bronwyn saying we have to be honest about this, and Heather's like, just say it, just say what it is. And she was like, I'm scared. I wonder if something big if Meredith is going to drop something big. Okay. So moving on, let's get into Whitney. It says this: Whitney Rose and her husband Justin are picking up the pieces and rebuilding their finances after a devastating misstep with her company. Don't she always have devastating missteps with the company she showcased on this show? Girl, maybe you need to stop doing that so it don't jinx you. It goes on to say, following a difficult year, Whitney is ready to rediscover the joy in her life and bring back the fun-loving side. The women have Whitney's back as her ongoing feud with Lisa reaches an all-time high. So I guess that since Whitney and Heather are now like this, Heather's going to have Whitney's back against Lisa. But I wonder what I wonder what Whitney is going to do to piss Lisa off. Because that's the thing I think people keep forgetting. Whitney be going out her way to pick at Lisa, and I've always felt that Whitney is bothered by the fact that Lisa can still have the lifestyle that she has, drinking and all this stuff, and still be considered a Mormon or doing Mormon 2.0 and still be received by the church or still be considered a decent Mormon or a Mormon in general, because I feel as though both Heather and Whitney hate the fact that they are ousted from that group, because the way that they speak about missing it, because watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and seeing how community-oriented Mormonism is in the state of Utah, I could see people missing the community but not the church. And I wonder if that is what they see in Lisa, is someone who doesn't, she says she's a Mormon, but she doesn't do it the way that we're supposed to do it, the way that it's been taught to us, and she still gets to have this lifestyle and still be okay. I've always felt like they hated Lisa for that or were jealous of the fact that she has that. But it is interesting that the women have her back, but I wonder who are the women. Is it going to be Angie? I think it might just be Angie, maybe Mary and Heather. I don't see, and Brittany. So that is most of the women. So I think the only person Lisa might have on her side is Meredith. Okay. And the last person is Brittany. So did they do Brittany? I thought hold up, you guys. Yeah. No, that's not the last person. I forgot about Bronwyn. So let's get into Brittany's. Says Brittany returns with an exciting announcement about her love life, but proves that not all good things can last as their relationship reverts to old patterns. Girl, no one cares about you and Jared. For reals. And Brittany, we don't want to hear about your love life, but okay. It goes on to say, as she fosters her friendships within the group, she ends up on the receiving end of one woman's umbrage, which is Meredith. Meredith does not see it for Brittany. And then the last person is Bronwyn. It says, on the heels of a fiery reunion, Bronwyn Newport navigates her place with the women and seeks to find a path forward in the group, which we knew was going to happen because she did not leave in a good place she wasn't in a good place with Lisa, Heather, or Angie. I think she was all right with Mary and Whitney. And she wasn't in a good place with Brittany. So that makes sense. It says, at home, Bronwyn has relocated her parents to Salt Lake City after a series of health scares and a devastating diagnosis, but tensions reach a boiling point when her mother strikes a chord with her with harsh critiques. Yeah, we saw that. Her mama seemed mean. That lady seems mean. So that is what we can expect for the season. I'm excited. I keep saying that because I just know one thing I'll give the Salt Lake City girls is they deliver. And I rocks with it. They deliver and I rocks with it. Getting rid of Jen Shah, well, they didn't get rid of her. She went to jail. Her going to jail was the best thing that happened to this franchise, because I feel like for me and a lot of other people, yes, I was invested to see if she was going to go to jail or not, but it was also annoying to see her because she was the type of person that didn't know how to like rein in their personality. I saw somebody online say it perfectly, where they pretty much said, everybody or all the big dogs on the different shows that we have, to a certain extent, they know when they have to reel it in. Nene knew sometimes she had to reel it in. Vicky knew sometimes she had to reel it in. And even sometimes you even see with Alexia, she knows when to reel her personality in and kind of just dead the issue. But with Jen, she always took it to like the 10th degree. And it was like, girl, you too full of yourself where you don't understand. Like, this ain't what this show is about. Like, calm down, lady. So I feel like her going to jail was the best thing for this show, because it has gotten such a resurgence that I don't think none of us expected them to get without Jen. Because I was one of those people that was like, I don't know if the show gonna make it. Because people were watching the show to see if Jen was gonna go to jail or to see her crash out or freak out. But hey, they made it. And I'm ready for the girls. I am ready for the girls. That's all I got for you guys. As always, remember to be bravely authentic. Definitely hop down in them comments below and share your thoughts with me. Tell me what you are excited for when it comes to this season, what you are expecting, Let me know how you're feeling, all right? Remember to like and subscribe, and I'm out, y'all. Deuces.